Sup everyone, XQW Wallow W82 ADC here, and today racing at Mount Panorama for one of the Nations Cup races. And this is a one-make race, so everybody's driving the Mazda Roadster MX-5 touring car. In pole position we have BSM 85. We have Mike the player 24 starting in P7 and we are in P8. Lucky Sikio or Countryman in P11. T6GT1 starting in P13. Always weird the starting grid on Mount Panorama, just can't make out where everybody is. Because the two grid slots are right alongside each other, so you just don't know who has pole or second position, for example. So, standing start. Let's see if we can get a good start. And away we go. Seems like everybody has quite a slow start in these cars, which is quite normal, so nobody loses a lot of positions. So we have the inside for the corner here, but we just get squeezed a bit. So immediately you drop down a little bit. So let's hope we don't get overtaken by the next corner. So you have the Swiss right behind us. And he's trying to go for a move to the inside. Just stay to the outside because I want to have the safety from the cars in front. So I think we're gonna lose the position. And we get bumped at the back of our car and into the tire wall we go. So yeah, we lose a lot more than one position in that corner. And that's not a very fun sight to see us dropping down to P16. So a lot of work to do. As we also get overtaken by the Ukrainian guy. So definitely going to be a hard race because of all the positions we have lost. So you see the Ukrainian guy trying to go for a move, making a little bit of contact. And some cars into the wall as well. But luckily we managed to survive to the corner. So you can also see the Briton, who has spun it seems like. So that helped us to get a few positions back. As we're now trying to follow along in this train. Very crucial to have slipstream on this track and on these cars because they don't have a lot of top speed. So you can see the guy from Luxembourg going a bit wide. I just have to go onto the brakes because he just rejoins the track. Luckily we managed to find a hole through to pass all these cars and luckily we managed to survive it. So you have another car spinning out to the last corner. So we were very lucky there at the chase because a lot of cars crashed and if we didn't go onto the brakes we would have crashed as well, I think. So happy with my reflex to get onto the brakes because that could have ended very bad. And back up to 10th position we are. So that looks a little bit more hopeful than at the start of the race. Crucial to now try and catch up as quickly as possible to the cars in front. So after the first lap, seems like luck is a little bit on my side today. Not at the start of the race, but at least for now, so let's hope we can maintain it throughout the race. And it looks like we're closing in right now towards T6G1. Large group of cars in front as well. So we're still fighting for a good position in this race. It's not yet lost. Wasn't quite hopeful anymore after the first lap, but oh yeah, the start of the first lap. But things luckily changed for the better. And now we're back into the race. And we are right behind the cars in front as we see more contact and we immediately gain 2 positions. So up to P8. Definitely a very chaotic corner in this race. We already have overtaken 5 cars there after 2 laps. So you can see T6G1. Seems like he's letting us go through. So thanks very much for that. And we also get a bump from Jokat behind us. Should just get through early onto the downshift and we spin, but luckily we managed to catch it. That was very close. But luckily the car in front has also had a bad exit, so we're still into the safety of the cars in front. But didn't expect my car to slide around so much, because I just wanted a good exit by shifting down a little bit earlier, but it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it. So thanks a lot to Jokat and T6GT1 for not holding us up too much, so that we can try and gain some more position in this race. Because once you start fighting, you just lose so much time, so I'm very happy that I didn't need to battle too much there. It seems like we're also running away a little bit. So let's see if we can gain some more positions, as we're right behind our countryman. Lucky Sikio, so I hope he was as lucky as me today. So we're going to give him a little bit of a bump, so then we can try and both rejoin the cars in front. You just need to make your moves at the right time, because if you start battling you lose too much time. So sometimes it's just better to help the car in front of you along, so that we can stay as close as possible towards P4 and P5. As we get a good run to turn 1. So now might be a good moment to try and go for a move on Lucky Sikio. So we're going to try to go for a move to the inside. And looks like the Belgian is backing off, so we can gain 6th position here. So let's try to catch the cars in front. Luckily no mistake to this corner this time round. So we can just try and chase the cars in front. So already up to 6th place. surprised by that because I didn't expect us to make up so many places so early in the race. But of course we are also lucky because a lot of cars also had incidents and we also get helped by some people. Oh yeah, by the 3 cars we overtaken. So they didn't make it too difficult for me, so that also helped to make up so many places. Otherwise we would have been in a race long battle with these guys and it wouldn't have been possible to still try and battle for 4th position. It seems like we're closing in very rapidly. So onto the slipstream of these guys, as we have a very big gap towards the cars behind. Very surprised by how much we have pulled out towards the cars behind. I think we just done enough to get into the slipstream of the cars in front. So still 5 laps left in this race, so still a long time to go. And we still can see the leader in the far distance, so can it still be a possibility to try and catch those guys? Let's see, still a long way to go. Because I'm very surprised by the pace that we have all of a sudden. As the Greek made a slight mistake, so we're right into the back of him. But very difficult to try and go for a move around here, because very difficult part of the track to try and overtake. And you also don't want to risk too much at this point of the race, because still a long way to go. So the Greek makes another slight mistake, but we're not going to try and overtake him here. That would hold the both of us up, because it's a very narrow part of the track. And right now we have the slipstream, but we have to try and catch up towards the Swiss in front. Because he just slightly managed to get away from us guys. So let's try and go for an overtake on the Greek. So up to P5 we go. So let's try to catch him as quickly as possible. As we just brake a little bit too late, into the grass we go. But can we stay on the track? And we get slightly hit by the Greek behind us. So he'll probably not be very happy with that. So just a little bit too late on the brakes. So yeah, definitely my mistake. And ended up a little bit messy, so now we have a gap towards P4 and also P6 is a little bit behind me. So now we have to try and make up some time. So crucial to not mess up anymore now and try to catch up towards MIG L86 in front. And also looks like the 3 cars in front are really gone right now because they have built up quite a gap now. So unless they have an epic battle for the lead for 3 laps, I don't think we'll be able to catch them. It also seems like the gap towards the Swiss didn't really come down. So we're still not there yet. Quite curious because I felt like early in the race we just were a little bit quicker to try and catch the cars in front. Now it seems a little bit more of a struggle to try and gain some time. But we're not giving up, of course, and it seems like we're really close right now. So I spoke a bit too early. So it looks like we're going to catch him once again. And right now I think we're into the slipstream, as the Greek just has slightly dropped back. So crucial right now to get some good corners and really get close towards him at the back straight. So I hope once we're onto the downhill section we are close enough to try and go, or at least stay right behind him at the long straight. So we can try and battle it out for 4th position. As the Swiss just makes a slight mistake. Goes a bit wide, which slightly holds us up. So we're going to push him along because I don't want to go for a move right there. It's too narrow and we just both have to go onto the brakes, which will cost us a lot of time. And by the slight mistake it also brings the Greek back to the mix. So he's right alongside us. So into the slipstream of the Swiss. So we're going to push him along at this point, because there's another straight coming up, so he might go for a move there, as we just brake a little bit too late into the back of him. Yeah, I don't think we braked too late, he just braked a little bit early I think, which just got me out. Which showed us down by which the Greek managed to go for a move on me. So back down to P6. Yeah, I was very surprised by how early the Swiss in front had braked. Didn't expect it. So right again, I'm onto the back foot right now. And only 2 more laps to go to try and go for 4th position. So can we still catch him? The Greek had a very good exit out of the corner. So that helped us to get very close once again. Or at least the Greek. I'm still a little bit behind him. So it looks like we're still going to battle for P4 after all. At least if they both don't run away too far. So I need a very good downhill section right now, as the creek just runs a little bit wide. Just that's what we needed. So we're going to push him in front, so you can try and work together onto the straights. And let's hope that we can both gain some time in it. So I'm not going to bell him at this point because I still want to go for a P4 position. So will we still catch him? That's the big question we have to ask now. As we approach the final lap after this corner, so time is really running out. So if we start belling, we'll probably lose our opportunity to catch him. So I don't think I will bell the creek right now, unless he makes a big mistake. So I'm just going to gamble at this point in the race that we can catch up the Swiss in front. But the gap's not coming down very much. So let's hope the Greek has once again some good corners right now. It seems like he managed to get a little bit closer. But will it be enough? So trying to do everything we can to try and help the Greek along. We definitely got closer. But will it be enough? That's the big question. So just not enough at this point, so let's hope we can bump the Greek along and still try to catch him. I think it will be too late anyway, but we just have to work together at this point. And we still got a little bit closer, but I don't think we're going to get it. So I will go to try to the inside, but yeah, it's not going to work. So seems like it's going to stay P6 for me. Still a good result after the first step, but if you look at it from the latter part of the race, it's not so good because I felt like I could have gotten P4, but didn't quite work out my way. So yeah, P6 it is. So still a good race. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully see you next time. Bye.